It's major pain, baby. Know I'm talking about. Alright, let me get serious. It's Cooper. I come through and show them how to do it. This shit live. Boy, you the truth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Let's Plat video and a very exciting topic I would like to talk about. Being a one console owner and having to decide which console to go with, console wars have been very relevant within the past 2 or 3 consoles ever since Xbox decided to come into the market, or Microsoft decided to come into the market. Before it was just Sony and Nintendo, and you both had your, between the 2 consoles you decided if you wanted a more serious gaming platform or a more I guess I would say kiddie platform. They kind of target the younger audiences, or the classic audiences, I guess, the ones that have like the nostalgia of playing Mario and stuff over and over again, or Zelda or something like that. So console wars are something that have been relevant, I believe, since Microsoft, mainly since Microsoft, once Microsoft got into the to the market. Once that started hitting and the console wars became more relevant. I'm not saying that they weren't there before. We definitely had console wars before this, competition between Sega and Nintendo and Sony. There's so many. Okay, so there's so many. It goes way back. Let's just say that console wars go way back. But I don't think it became more relevant until later, once the internet started to get more popular, and now that we have console wars, we have forums and we have topics that people just, or message boards that people go to and just flame or troll other their opposing consoles that they support. So I definitely want to talk about console wars today, and nothing I say can prove that I'm not favorable to Sony, but just like Sony, Xbox and Nintendo need competition to stay honest. So all these, it's very important that these 3 consoles are in the market. And the reason is because let's say that Sony and Nintendo weren't in this market, and let's just say Xbox One was the only thing coming out. The DRM policy, the Connect-only console, the online must be always online, that would have never been reverted if it wasn't for the other 2 consoles. So no matter what you say, even if Xbox and Nintendo were in the picture, Sony would just run with it. They would do whatever they wanted because you had no other option, you know, unless you went PC. But the PC market is so much more harder to get into if you're not an avid gamer. So the consoles are pertaining more to the less tech savvy, or the ones that want to just, you know, not have to worry about putting a console together, figuring out the specs and other stuff like that. But needless to say, every one of these consoles needs to be in the market, or else the consumer gets screwed. We must stand our ground when it comes to this. When it comes to the console wars, everybody needs to have their own, and I fully support the console wars. I'm not I used to be a Nintendo supporter, and I've never really purchased a Microsoft console. I've played their games, I've supported their developers with some PC titles, but I never really purchased a Microsoft console. And there's other reasons to it, but I mean, everybody needs their support, or else one's just gonna fall off the map. and that just becomes a higher chance for a monopoly. So console wars are great for the field that we're in. The reason why I choose Sony over their competitors is because I prefer their services, such as PS Plus. I think is way better. The Xbox Live Gold. And I also like the PlayStation or the Sony exclusives, Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch, their indie titles that they've supported and backed that nobody else would. I prefer those over Xboxes with Studio 343, or at one time Bungie, or Epic. All those companies, I mean, they have great games, but I just prefer the Sony exclusive developers to their developers. I like the platforming more, where Microsoft is more based towards shooting, like first-person shooters, and Nintendo also has some great exclusives as well. I don't want to leave them out. They've had Mario for such a long time, Zelda games. You know, they've had some great games throughout their history, and I definitely don't want to leave them out because I grew up on those games, and I think that's kind of why I like the platforming titles from Sony that Sony offers more than I like the first-person shooter studios that Microsoft has been kind of more relevant to. If I did have the money or time, I would purchase a competitor's console. I've actually, after last E3, seeing what Nintendo has to offer for the Wii U, I've almost considered about going and getting a Wii U, just for the Zelda game alone, the open world Zelda game by itself. I've also been interested in Smash Bros. I've started heavily on Smash Bros. On the 64, and Melee was even better on GameCube. And I played Brawl. I wasn't too much of a fan. It was a lot more slower paced, and it didn't seem as technical as Melee was. But this next one definitely looks interesting. But anyways, if I would, if I had time and money, to purchase the other ones just so I could get the exclusives. Microsoft would probably be the last one that I purchased. I'm not a big fan of supporting Microsoft, and it's not so much. I think Bill Gates is a great guy. He does a lot for the community. I just think that what Microsoft has to offer in their console isn't what I'm looking for. I'm not interested in TV. I'm not interested in any types of media other than, just the basic Netflix and stuff like that, or Hulu, or sports channels, or the subscription sports sites and stuff like that. And the games, most of them I can just get straight off of Steam, or I can buy the PC version and just upload it on my PC. Lucky for me, though, I own a PC, a gaming PC as well as a gaming console. And like I said, if I had more time and money, I don't even have a lot of time to play PC games. I bought the Titanfall collector's edition with the huge Titan statue, because the Titanfall game I was very interested in, and I think I played maybe 5 matches and just haven't gone back to Titanfall. It was a great game. It was awesome. I loved playing it for those 5 matches, but it was just the time I didn't have. Like, I think the so the services that each console gives, Sony and Xbox have done a great job with their trophy system and achievement system. I think that has locked in a lot more players than you would expect. So when I'm on my PC playing Titanfall, I'm like, man, this thing isn't giving me trophies. I have so many games that I need to be getting trophies on that I should be playing my PS4 or PS3 or my PlayStation Vita to be getting trophies. And the PC is just giving me achievements or Steam achievements, or but it's also the other way around. I mean, there's a lot of people who support Xbox or Microsoft consoles system, and they hop on Steam and then they're like, well, this isn't even working towards my achievements. Why am I here? I should be, I have so many games that I need to get achievements on, and I just need to play on my console. So I think Sony and and Xbox have a great idea here with the trophy system and the achievement system, and that just kind of like locks in so many users to their console. And so like PlayStation 4, when PlayStation 4 came out, it was great to have a PlayStation 4, or just have it released, because it was a great console. And to the ease of switching over to the PS3 to the PS4, it would have been a lot harder for me to not consider an Xbox One if the trophy system didn't transfer over. Like if I had to start over again, then I really wouldn't have had any more interest. But since the PS4 was like, hey, we're integrating the trophy system from the PS3, and then all of a sudden I was like, wow, okay, well now my decision is pretty much made for me. And I just happened to be lucky that the PlayStation 4 was the console that wasn't trying to do too little for the consumer. So that's my opinion on console wars. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, and if you could subscribe to my channel. I hope to post maybe 2 videos every weekday. We'll see how that works once I start going back to school. But anyways, you can also follow me on Twitter, MajorPain2587, and invite me to your PSN friends list if you have a PS4 or PS3, or a PlayStation Vita. Gamertag is also MajorPain2587. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next video.